Hi there, it's Freddie here from the Data Product team. Just going to take you through a quick overview of the next release for Autotask Workplace Endpoint Backup 2018.2. So the key updates and new features in this release, firstly for Endpoint Backup, are some enhancements to alerting to really make it centrally configured and policy driven. Next to Workplace, we've completely replaced our existing Office 365 integration with Workplace Online with a number of collaborative and security benefits, as well as for the first time releasing the ability to edit by public link. Again, really powerful capabilities regarding collaboration there, and also a lot of security benefits. Lastly, we've really beefed up reporting within Workplace Online to improve visibility on data access on items being downloaded, again, improving security for that platform. So the first new feature within Endpoint Backup, enhanced alerting policies. So the key thing about this, as a service provider, you want everything to be policy driven and centrally configured. The reason for that is you need to know if problems are occurring. You need to be given that information so that you can act on it very quickly to resolve that problem for the customer, so they can just carry on working and hopefully not even notice that a problem occurred. So if there's any problem with your endpoint backup at all, you just need to be aware of it so you can fix it. So if a disaster does happen, then the data, the customer's data, is safely backed up and they can restore it whenever they need to. So these backup alerts, you've got multiple options. You can have them as a default. So any new customer, you can set default alert policies. You can also set alert policies for entire teams, or for different backup profiles in those teams as well, so for groups of devices. So you've got flexibility there for all of your customers, or particular devices for those customers. So you've got lots of flexibility to make sure the alerting really suits their needs and your needs. So the alerting split into two areas. So firstly, you can be alerted if the application on the device is failing to connect to the service for whatever reason, so you can take action on that very quickly. And the second type of alerting is on backup alerts. For example, a file failing to back up for whatever reason, say a permissions error. So again, really easy to configure. I can set different time frames after which a trigger will be, or an alert will be triggered. If I'm using a solution like Autotask PSA, I can also have tickets created out of these alerts, which again is really useful for providing an effective service. I have the alert created automatically, in a time frame that I preset. That ticket is created. I can have an engineer looking at it very quickly and resolving that problem for the customer. So when a disaster does strike and they need to restore their data, it's definitely going to be backed up to the cloud. So again, really boosting that visibility and enabling service providers such as yourself to continue providing a world-class service to your customers. Benefits then, so policy driven, it will really save time and resources when implementing new customers and also managing them and making sure that it really aligns with stuff like your SLAs and processes. If you can provide a consistent service, you're going to resolve those issues for the customer faster and sort of really improve their satisfaction with your services. Better visibility as well. You don't have to find that information if there's any failure with the backups. It will tell you if there's a problem so that you can really diagnose it as quickly as possible and resolve it. And again, this is all about improving that business continuity for the customer. If you can make sure that you can minimize any issues with their backups, then it means that when a disaster does strike, there's a much higher likelihood that there's a successful backup there for them to restore. So again, really improving their business continuity when disaster strikes. Moving on to the next feature, so moving to Autotask Workplace now, the enhanced Office 365 integration with Workplace Online. So we've really worked hard here to really replace the existing integration, and there's a lot of benefits here in terms of collaboration, enabling users to really work anywhere on any device. So if I'm a Workplace user, I'm logged into Workplace Online on any web browser, I can very easily open an Office document into Microsoft Office Online and just carry on working. So Word, PowerPoint, or Excel, all my changes are auto saved continuously back to Workplace. While I'm working on the document, it will lock for other users. So other users still have that visibility and they know that I'm working on it. Once I close it, it will auto save all the changes and also unlock the document for me. So really good for collaboration. And there's also the ability to real-time collaborate as well. So multiple users on the same team can open that document using Microsoft Office Online and work in real time. So really strong collaborative benefits there. So yeah, key benefits here. Firstly, seamless integration. I imagine a lot of your customers are using Office 365 today, and so improving how their different solutions are linked together will really improve their customer satisfaction with the solutions and therefore with your services. productivity. So enabling users to really be productive on any device means that they can get work done pretty much anywhere. They don't even have to synchronize the documents to their device, which means they can get more stuff done, which again, will improve their satisfaction and their perception of your services. And lastly, improved business continuity. If a disaster does strike, someone loses their laptop or it gets destroyed, they can log into a colleague's machine, they can log in to Workplace on the web browser, and they can continue working on, probably most of their Office documents, so Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So people can continue working and continue being productive, which, it is really great for them and underlines that you are going to be providing them, a world-class service. So edit via public link is the next one. Very similar technology, so the integration with Microsoft 365. So basically what this means is when I'm configuring a public link, so I want to share a file or a folder with a third party, I can allow them to edit that document using Microsoft Office Online. So they can open it in the same way I just showed you if I was a user, and they can start working on, let's say, a PowerPoint using Office Online. All the changes auto-saved. While someone's editing, there is visibility there, so the file will lock for other users and unlock automatically when that file is closed. So really good for collaboration in terms of working seamlessly with third parties, but critically, without sacrificing security. Collaboration is really important nowadays. Increasingly, people expect a really high level of collaboration, but security is paramount. So remember, with public links, you've got settings like security options such as passwords, expiry dates, expiry after access account, and you can also use group-based policies to prevent particular users, groups, or folders from actually having public links. So it's really good to make sure that this kind of powerful capability is only used in appropriate circumstances. So yeah, key benefits: improved collaboration. If people can use their tools to get their work done better, then that improves satisfaction with the product, and that's also going to reflect very well on your services. Again, security options. Collaboration is incredibly important, but not if it increases the risk of data loss or theft. So we've got those security options there to make sure that it's only going to be used appropriately and for business purposes. The ability for public link recipients to work on stuff online really reduces stuff like version conflict as well. They no longer have to download a file, make changes and upload it and call it a different name, which will clutter up those folders and perhaps create version conflicts. So again, improved experience, and also it's going to be reduced tickets to you as a service provider, because it will just work. They don't have to ask why there's so many versions being created. And again, added value from integrations. A lot of businesses out there are using Office 365. They will expect it nowadays to integrate with their other platforms. And again, this will really help them get their work done, and that will reflect really well on your services. Lastly, we've got Autotask Workplace, some real enhancements to data access reporting. So as I was mentioning just now, collaboration is really important, but only when you've got security to really back that up. So stuff like security options on public links mean that you can prevent a lot of problems happening. But you always need something after the fact as well, some really good reporting to make sure that if something bad does happen, that you can investigate it and prevent it from ever happening again. So we've got some reporting changes. What this basically means is that if I'm an administrator within Autotask Workplace, I can see file download events from Workplace Online. This is file download events by a public user or a user within my team. So again, really good visibility there. So if I've got users who are configuring public links and enabling download, if those links are then downloaded, I can see that that's been downloaded by, let's say, a public user or by a team member, and this can have a whole host of benefits. Perhaps I want to make sure as a manager that my employees are aligning with company policy, in which case I can have scheduled reports on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis to really help me, check that and audit it. But also, I could be, let's say, working in marketing, and I want to know if people are actually downloading my marketing collateral. And this gives me a really easy and effective way to have some visibility of that as well. So yeah, again, really good visibility with these new reporting aspects, and that really underlines, the continued focus of the workplace platform on not just collaboration, but really secure collaboration for business purposes. So those are the benefits which I've just taken you through. So improved security and improved visibility. So as I mentioned earlier, so this release is targeted for the end of May. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out. So fdrennan@data.com, and we look forward to gathering your feedback after you start using the new features.